Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today, just gonna be a quick video. We're talking about some of the dumps. There's some big wallets moving a lot of Bitcoin, which people on CT, crypto Twitter, are a bit worried about. But all in all, I think this is mostly just, more low liquidity weekend. It's 4th of July. So happy 4th of July, everyone. Make sure you keep all your fingers and hands today. If you're in America, lighting off some fireworks. Lots of Americans are going to lose their fingers today. So rip to that. But anyways, I think this is just a liquidity draw into some of these lower prices. We have kind of this like channel that I've just kind of quickly drawn here on the 1 hour. Let me clean up this chart a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see what's going on. Turn off my trading macros. This is what we got going on. So it looks kind of something similar to this. We've been trading in this megaphone pattern, which I've talked about right here, these two white lines, and we kind of went top, bottom, top, bottom, top, and it looked like we were broken out of it, and we were also broken out of this. But again, this was going right into a weekend, a long weekend, where the stock market is closed. Market makers like to sweep the liquidity and make money for their exchange. So if we show the liquidation for Binance, all you got to do is Google liquidation heat map, pull up Binance, Bitcoin, and you can see if we go to like the 12-hour, you can see down here 106,700. If we go to like 24-hour, where is the most liquidity? 106,700. If we go all the way down to like 3-day, what do we got going on? 106,700. You can see it's actually still higher up here at 110. So I'm thinking is we are going to, let me go even like 1 month. What do we got going on? Yeah, see, there's not much lower and there's a lot higher. Now, I mean, there's some down here, but that's only 121 million. Up here, we have, 500-ish million right here, and it's a lot closer to the price. So if I was a market maker and I'm looking, like Wintermute, that is the one that is the market maker for Binance and Coinbase. Wintermute is one of the biggest market makers. If I'm trying to make a lot of money for these exchanges or myself as a market maker, I'd be trying to liquidate some of these longs down here, and then I'd be moving right back up and taking out the rest of these shorts. So if I've never even looked at like 1 year liquidation levels. I mean, people don't really run stuff for 1 year, but you can see how they just really, it just draws in the price. You see, you get these yellow zones and boom, it just draws the price to it. So I think we're going up. We have the big, beautiful bill that I believe is fully passed, just needs Trump to sign it, which is going to basically inject a lot more money into the market. I mean, the money printer is most likely coming on for that. They've raised the debt ceiling. There were some small things about crypto, but I think we're going down to this 106,700. I think that is where we are heading next. 106,700 is also where I have this white line drawn, just because if, we've seen the price come down to this zone and get popped up. If I do a volume, fixed range volume profile, and I take this for the last last while here, that is almost the same level. Let me actually get like the full range in here. Let me go to like right here. Can I adjust this after the fact? I can. Didn't know you could do that. Yeah. Interesting. So there's one at the bottom of this megaphone pattern, and there's one kind of in this area here. So if we can just drag this along and see where we're at. Let's move it like right here. Okay, so it's kind of actually right below where we are. So you can see this is just the amount of volume that was traded at these areas. So it's just like, what's an important price? That's kind of what that shows here. So the scenarios I'm seeing in the short term for this long weekend with no liquidity and no ETFs open is I'm thinking we come down and either find support here, or we go and retest the bottom of this megaphone pattern that we've been in since Wednesday. Wednesday? Does that seem right? Yeah, I guess Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday. So yeah. That's what I'm thinking short term for Bitcoin. A lot of the alts, of course, are getting smashed yet again. If we go to Bitcoin dominance, it is a nice big green candle today. And that's usually what happens. I think I kind of talked about some of the miners in my last video, but some of the miners were performing very well. Some of them now are hitting some resistance points. CLSK, unfortunately, I closed my trade at this resistance, and I thought we would bounce off this resistance, and it just freaking smashed another 15% right through it. But a lot of these were doing very well. GME still kind of hanging on. MSTY, oh, it's because they're paying dividends soon. That's why I think the price drops 6%. Usually right before, you can see right before the dividends pay out. Yeah, that's probably why. Right before the dividends pay out, you know, they take a hit on stock price. I'm kind of hoping MSTY comes up. I don't have a lot, but I have some in my Roth IRA, and I'm not reinvesting the dividends. I'm just holding the cash and buying Bitcoin with it. But yeah, so Bitcoin, I think we're going to come down here. We're going to grab that liquidity. Now, in other news, there is 8 transactions of 10,000 Bitcoins. Someone has been holding from 2011. Marty Party, one of my favorite guys to follow on X, is thinking that this is a Bitcoin miner. Basically, he's saying that, you know, if any movement happens greater than 0.1 BTC on these 8 wallets, I'll let you know. Currently, they are just new wallets sitting there. And people will often, you know, if they've had their Bitcoin sitting on an exchange for a long, in a wallet for a long time, sometimes they'll just move it to another wallet. After a while, you know, maybe they want to, you know, get a new seed phrase and rehide all their information or something like that. They just want to make sure everything's good to go. So, you know, it could be the U.S. government, BlackRock, Coinbase, Binance, Strategy, or a new treasury company like 21. But, you know, maybe it's an OTC deal where one of these companies is like, hey, I got a bunch of Bitcoin. I've been holding it since 2011 and I want to sell it. And sometimes, you know, they don't want to just go sell it on an exchange and pay all those fees. So they'll make a deal, OTC, over the counter with someone else. And they'll have, like, you know, sometimes a broker that'll help them do this transaction and find a buyer. So it could be a big company, you know, maybe 21 is looking to buy some. There's all these treasury companies now. So maybe they're going to sell this to another company, and you know that means it won't hit the open market. So if they were just sell on market orders, I mean, this is, what is it, like $10 billion? So it's a lot of money. So if they were just market sell this, you know, first of all, they'd dump the price and there'd be a lot of fees associated with that. And as they sell, the price goes down, so they get cheaper for their sell every time, you know, for all of those transactions. So that's why people do it OTC, especially when you have a ridiculous amount. So there's a bunch of rumors on who it could be. Marty Party thinks it's a miner, so that would make sense. You know, that would definitely make sense, because here you go. Whale clip, dormant 2011, hodler suspected to be a Chinese miner moves another 70,000 Bitcoin. Damn, I wish I just, you know, someone accidentally sent it to my wallet or something. That'd be sweet. I'd love, you know, 10K Bitcoin just arriving in my wallet. How cool would that be? But yeah, so that's kind of the news going on. And I think some people are worried that people are going to just market sell this. So, you know, people are selling off, and, you know, there's still a lot of people that think the market is over. The bull market's over. And if we go to, you know, over here, I think we just have this final boss here that we need to get over. If we can get closing above in this new all-time high, if we get some daily closes above this final boss here, you can see it's pretty strong resistance. We've tried to wick into this multiple times, right? So if I extend that, we've never actually closed out of here, but you can see we had 1 attempt, 2 attempt, 3 attempt, 4 attempt, and maybe the next time it breaks. So I'm thinking, here's kind of my, you know, rough estimate of what I think is going to happen. Of course, I have no idea, but you could either take a long right here at this resistance at 106.8. Now this correlates with the resistance we have on that chart, and it correlates with this liquidation level. So right now, you know, market makers are able to move the price quite easily because the stock market's not open. If we go to like literally like the 1 minute chart and I turn on my trading macros, you can see the manipulation. So the manipulation, according to this macro, is just basically big whale action. You can see it here. You can see all these little yellow circles. Sorry, it's kind of messy, but on the 1 minute chart, you can just see it. So the price is just hanging out. And then every time the price goes down, it's these yellow these yellow X's. So I think most of this is Binance and Wintermute. Binance is the biggest perp exchange, right? The biggest exchange that does perpetual futures in the world for cryptocurrency is Binance. So they have a lot of power. They have a lot of spot they can sell. They give it to Wintermute. Wintermute sells it and then, you know, basically buys it back cheaper and sends it back to them. So that's kind of the cycle here. But you can see it via these yellow X's, and the price starts going down. On the 1 minute chart, it was much more obvious because you can see every time we get up to the top of this and then dump, 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 dump. Dump, 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 dump. As soon as we hit the weekend, right? Look at this, Friday, they just started dumping. So that's what we got going on. There was just a recent one just a couple of minutes ago. And I think if I were to be a betting man, which I am going to open a long right around here. It's either I open one here and then I double down here, or I wait till here. But I don't know that we get all the way out of this. Megaphone patterns sometimes, when they break up out of it, sometimes they never make it to the bottom. You know, maybe they'll make a higher low here. So we could just wick into here and then leave this pattern. This big, beautiful bill and a lot of other crypto bills coming. I think they just also announcannounced something about like a crypto week. Let me try to find that. It was kind of interesting. I don't know if it was like Trump or someone else. I think I reposted it. I was kind of just trolling. I said, quantum computers starting the hacking of wallets. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Don't say that. That's not cool. But let me try to find this. Yeah, here we go. U.S. House designates July 14th to 18th as Crypto Week. We have the Clarity Act, Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, and the Genius Act. So a bunch of stuff. Let me repost this so I can find it again later. But here you go. So we have Crypto Week. You know, it's getting kind of what do they say? Like, you know, adoption happens slowly and then all of a sudden, suddenly, or whatever the saying is. That was a terrible way. Whatever the saying is. But basically, you know, it starts slowly and then it just gets full on adopted. And I think we're seeing that. There are some who think that August, September, we could see some pullbacks. But a pullback, I mean, if we go right now, I mean, here's a pullback. I mean, yeah, we could go up into the 130s. Right. And then pull back into August, September, and we still can make a higher low. Right. So, you know, a pullback doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be lower than today. So I think we're going to break out of this sometime soon. I think we're going to rocket past this support and our final boss I'm talking about here. I think we're going to get past this maybe by next week. I think this month we're going to see some all-time highs just because, you know, we have the liquidity up top that I've been talking about. This is a magnet for price. And again, if we go out to that 1 month time frame, all the liquidity is up. So I think we're rocketing out of here. I think that's what we're going to see. I think we're going to see some new all-time highs. And yeah, so I have no leverage trades right open. If you do want to leverage trade, feel free to use my link below. I will. Bitunix is a great exchange. That's the one I'm using, and I will be opening it along most likely. Oh my God. Get out of here with that. Let's move this. Okay, let's go like this. Again, I think I'm going to open half my position here and then open another half there and then put a stop down by, I don't know, 102.800 or something like that, just to give it some room to run. And I think next week we're going to see some big old pumperoonies. So that's my goal here. I have a bunch of altcoins on watch. Pengu has just been rocketing, just an absolute rocket lately. It's up above the bull market support band, so that's looking very strong for Pengu. I've been waiting for a pullback. I closed my position at about 16 cents. 16 cents, 0.016. So if we get a pullback anywhere near this bull market support band, I think I'll be opening another Pengu position. I did close my Litecoin position at about 92 bucks, which actually looks like it was pretty much exactly the top. This was also a rejection from the bull market support band. So I'm still looking for Litecoin to go much, much higher. We just hit 85.70. That would have been a good open. You can see it's already getting a little move here, but on the 2 hour, yeah, looking like we're about to confirm a reversal on the Market Cipher B. I also have an affiliate link below if you want to try Market Cipher B, but this is another good one. So we had a deep pullback. We had the reset here, and then all we're looking for is another green dot on the 4 hour chart. So I still think this will come down a little bit lower. Once we get a green dot on the 4 hour, I think I will. It looks like it's about to confirm it because we have a confirmation on the 1 hour, 2 hours about to confirm. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little bit more pullback in Litecoin. We're going to open a trade there. Solana, I have a crap ton of spot. Wild is another one I keep talking about, but this one just popped off of my resistance line. I should have maybe opened a trade right there, but I think we still could even, if we get some more dumpage, I think we still could even retest down here, which I would love to get long out of there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I just want to talk about what I think is going to happen recently. A little bit of the news going on. Some of the coins I'm watching, that I've been watching for quite some time and kind of trading actively lately. So I've been doing a little bit better with leverage trading. I just haven't been holding as long. It seems like I would always get like the direction right and even some decent entries, but I would just hold too long because right now the market just has the jeets, man, just yeeting out of their position constantly. Market makers just dumping everything. So you don't, it's unlike, I've been in a couple of these bull cycles, a couple of these 4-year cycles, and it doesn't pay to hold anymore. It used to pay to hold things and hodl things forever, and now it just doesn't pay because altcoins are just dumpy town forever. I mean, again, we still could even see Bitcoin dominance go even higher up to in the 70s, but we hit my 66% target. This could be the top, but it doesn't have to be, it could be. And we could see something like this where it goes back down and then it sweeps the high again with a big ass dump. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And again, I have a bunch of affiliate links below. Feel free to try those out. You don't need to do leverage trading. You can use that Bitunix link and get a nice discount on fees and just buy spot. It's also a no KYC exchange. You know what that means? It's a little bit more private. You don't have to give them all your information like Coinbase, and then they leak all your information, and then people show up to your house with weapons trying to get your crypto out of your hands. So be careful out there, boys. It's a little unsafe for those big crypto holders, but feel free to use that link if you want to purchase some non-KYC spot, even Litecoin, Bitcoin, whatever you want. I do have lots of Litecoin on spot on a cold wallet that is safe. Don't hold all of your money on exchanges. And if you do want to hold on exchanges, spread it out for some different exchanges, right? Try out some different exchanges. If these exchanges go under, you're going to be real mad if you lose everything you got on there. Like FTX, for example. One of my good friends lost everything he had in crypto on the FTX thing. So that's it. Have a great day. Don't mean to scare everyone, but have a good 4th of July and enjoy your weekend. See you guys.